here on Smile FM. Welcome to the SA Music Hour. My name is Erin Drayton, and if you're new here, what we do is we shine a spotlight on great local talent, and I help introduce you to some new music and some amazing new artists. Now, emerging from a season of real reflection and a little bit of personal upheaval, Lua has arrived with music that is, part radical invention as well as quiet revelation. Her sound is both ethereal and grounded, and it blends the intimacy of folk with the shimmering textures of contemporary pop. And lucky for you and I, she is here at Smile FM tonight, so hello Lua, welcome.
Hi! It's amazing to be here with you guys this evening.
So, success as a ideology or as an entity is a pretty contentious topic, and I think that it is that way because we have to define it individually for ourselves, and so the definition of success can be quite subjective. So outsiders can look at you and say, okay, you had a very successful career, you had a successful business, why would you move from that to focus on music again?
I'm sure a lot of people would ask that question, yeah. You know what, it had to do with just what I was meant to be, like that feeling inside of you. I think when you're a child, it's really easy to know, what those natural talents are. What are the things that light you up, that, you just lose time and you can just, you do them so naturally and they fulfill you and they give you such nourishment. And I think when we're kids, and certainly when I was very young, I knew it was always music and songwriting. But then, life happens and we grow up and all sorts of things happen, and I went through my own personal upheavals, and I went into a phase of my life where I went into business and I discovered this whole other side of myself, which was this businesswoman, and I built this company and it was really successful. But there was a part of me that I had lost along the way. And I think for me, somehow, as I'd grown into adulthood and became this professional, I was sort of betraying little pieces of myself and losing these little pieces of myself, whether it was because of an expectation, maybe a cultural or societal or whatever it was. I ended up just being a version of myself that wasn't very authentic.
Okay.
And and the music was my way back to myself, essentially. Yeah.
So with your music, you invite us into what you call the SoulSong universe.
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
That is that unique frequency that lives inside every single one of us that wants to be expressed. That unique thing that you've come here to express. And I really believe that each one of us has this beautiful, unique frequency that we just have to tap into. And once it's released, it is just a beautiful thing. And so, the world of this whole journey of transformation, the personal transformation that I've been on, creating this music and being the custodian of these songs, has really been a journey of discovering what is that frequency within me. What do I feel like when I'm singing it?
Yeah.
What do I feel like? And for me, it's expressed through music and song. For somebody else, it might be something entirely different.
Yeah.
They might be like a dog whisperer, or they might be a painter, or they might have this incredible way with children. No, I just feel like everyone has this unique soul song to sing.
I love this. So you are debuting with a song called Burnt.
Yes.
And it's much, much more than a breakup song. How did this song herald true transformation and acceptance of your artistic journey?
Yeah, I was going through a breakup, but it became much more to me when I wrote this song. It became a breakup with yourself kind of song. Because it started to become about all of these labels that I had to break free from in order to find myself.
Yeah.
These, whether they were, things that I felt were other people had said about me, just a pretty face, or, glorified secretary, or whatever it is.
Or anyone would ever call you a glorified secretary.
And then it also became, it was labels that other people had put on you, you know. And then also the labels that I had taken on, things like, okay, I have to perform to be loved, or a deep sense of sort of unworthiness. And so Burnt really became this sort of anthem for breaking up with all of these labels and things that had started to confine me or make me into this version of myself that was just a picture and that really had nothing to do with who I really was inside. And so that's the story of Bert. Yeah.
So you're gonna get to know who she really is inside.
Well, you
Right now.
do. You're gonna.
It's gonna happen. I'm gonna carry on chatting to Lua after this, but you have to hear the song. It's called Burnt. First time on Smile FM.
Amazing.
You are Cape Town's very own conscious folk pop artist. I love that. Put it on a sticker. Let me put it on.
Let
a
me
notebook.
put it. It's such a cool. Yeah.
Very cool. But your new music is going to be curated on a debut EP called The Ether. What can we expect from this body of work?
You know, what I started realizing about songs and songwriting is when I was a young songwriter, I used to get very attached to the songs. I used to feel like I had written them, and what I came to discover during my journey to this body of work was that they were really gifts that had dropped in, and I was the custodian of these things, and so it felt like they were coming as gifts from the ether, and I had to embody them, and it was my responsibility to sort of let them live their best life as my, but ultimately they weren't really mine. They had a story to tell, and it's almost as if I had to live the experience to be able to embody the story of this song.
Yes.
So that it's authentic when I sing it, and I can be emotive about it.
Yes.
I have to connect to it, because otherwise, But yeah, so that's how it felt. So from the ether is really, that's how this body of work came to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I ask you now if you're going to come back when the EP drops? Like,
oh, I want to come back all the time. It's so awesome.
Okay, we're going to pin that. We're going to pencil it in the diary.
Yeah.
So speaking of connection, one of your aims is to create music that connects and empowers.
Yeah.
How do you feel that adds value to the music industry, as well as the relationship between the music makers and the listeners?
Oh, I think, the value is in the connection. We're living in a time now where it's the AI revolution. Everything is about like virtual reality. I feel like there's a topic of everything is machine and technology driven, and I really believe that that person to person connection, that heart connection, that thing that happens when you meet someone in person, or when you go to a concert, or you experience something together as a group in like a community setting, that's really valuable, and so music has the ability to make that heart connection. So I think that's where the value add is. It's that feeling,
Absolutely. Now, if you would like to connect with Lua, please do, because she likes this connection.
I do, yeah.
Between people. On Instagram, it's Lua Official. That's LUAH Official. And on TikTok, she is Lua Artist. Go and follow her on whatever platform you love. The single is called Burnt. It's out now. You need to start getting in there before the EP drops. We're going to start this journey now together. And then when she becomes a super big artist, you can say, I was listening to Lua from the start. I was a trendsetter. And that's the important thing. But in all seriousness, this has been a wonderful conversation. I'm so glad that you came to share your insights. You now know where we are. Like I said, we're going to pencil in for when the EP drops so we can discuss it even further. But thank you so much for coming to join us on Smile FM.
It's an absolute pleasure. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.